Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe. To my returning subscriber, and you guys are amazing, thank you. And I hope we are all doing fine. So as we all know, we're still in the month of February and we're still celebrating Black History Month. And people are creating different kind of content. So these girls decided to do makeup for black shade people, and this video did not sit well with a lot of black people, and they reacted to this video to air their views. So let's jump into the stitches. But before we do that, please keep it in mind that this channel does not support any form of hate speech or bullying. We only share information for education purposes. So please, at the end of the video, I will leave my own comment, and don't go away. So let's jump into the stitches.
Yeah. Like, this lady has no shit.
I wish parents taught their kids that it is not okay to be blackfishing or blackfacing. You're in Sephora. You literally could go to a makeup expert and ask them to do a foundation match to your skin. You don't need to try a color or foundation that is far away from your skin complexion. It makes no type of sense. And I also see that her mom is right beside her and she's not saying anything to her because she thinks that that's okay, and it's not. You're the adult here. You have to educate your teenagers on what's right and what's wrong. And right now, she's doing something wrong, and you need to tell her that. I've seen this situation numerous of times, and I think it's time for people to educate themselves on black facing and the history behind it, because it is extremely disrespectful to do that, especially when you're in front of a bunch of black people in Sephora. So I hope this young lady educate herself, and I hope the mom does better when it comes to raising her child, because this is not okay at all.
Yeah. Like, this lady has no shit. So first things first. Now, if somebody had walked into that Sephora and saw your daughter in blackface, asked no questions, and simply swung off on your daughter, that'd be on you. You taking pictures for laughs and giggles, but really you put your daughter at risk. Instead of you saying, go wash your face, we don't do that. You laughed and you wanted to take pictures and you encouraged it. Now, when she go off to school and her friends recognize her or you and start spreading that video around of her in blackface and she's being bullied and harassed, I don't want you to come to social media crying about it. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey. When she's not able to go off to college because people constantly bring this video up, I want you to remember that you thought it was funny. It's the simple fact is that you allowed your daughter to walk around like that in public and thought people weren't going to say nothing to you. Kudos to that lady, okay? Kudos to her, because she told you it's unacceptable. And when you try to say, oh, like, you know, I didn't know, she was like, no, ma'am, you took pictures of it. You thought it was funny. That's standing on business. That's standing on business, people. That right there, okay? She was like, I'm not here for the bullshit. Your child's in blackface. You got her walking around here. You are offending people by doing this, and you thought it was funny. Now, one thing I've learned in life is that when people are doing wrong and they get checked, especially by their own, they love to make excuses. And I love that this lady peeped that and was like, no, you thought it was acceptable. You were laughing. You were trying to take pictures.
This is so disgusting. We're in the year 2024 and people are still doing blackface during Black History Month.
Yeah. I walked over here and you're about to take a picture. This lady has no shame. Go ahead. Like, literally. It's jobs, all the purposes, let alone how incredibly effective this is. This is so wild. I'm so sorry. This is so shameful. This is so shameful. Like, we don't.
Now, just to give a little background on this happened at a Sephora store in Boston. And a small group of mothers and their daughters decided to get the free samples and try it on their face to put on blackface and even make animal noises at the store. Now, the girl on the left in the black top was a Sephora worker. She tried to stop them and call them out, but the mother didn't want to hear it and she just walked off. Here's what's really crazy about this whole situation. The mothers got upset at the woman recording this because they didn't consent while being filmed. I mean, they were so triggered that they tried to get the woman to delete this video, but it didn't happen, fortunately. Now, this is the girl who recorded the video. I'll also tag her in the video as well. Now, we definitely need TikTok to do their thing by identifying these women because this cannot be tolerated, especially this month. Because not only have the daughters done blackface, the mothers allowed it. So you could tell this racism was learned from them. But yeah, TikTok, do your thing. Identify these women if you can. But yeah, I'm just at a loss for words.
This is why Sephora needs to be for adults only, because why were these teenagers caught doing blackface?
Go ahead.
Like, literally.
It's jobs, let alone how incredibly effective
This is so wild.
I'm so sorry.
This is so shameful. This is so shameful. Like,
We don't.
Reading the caption here, genuinely so disgusted and disturbed, my teammates and I arrived in Boston for a track meet this weekend and walked around Sephora before dinner to kill time. These group of teenage girls and their mothers come in and go to the makeup section to use the samples for blackface whilst giggling and making animal sounds. The hell? A Sephora worker, lady in black, confronted them and the mother dismisses her and walks off. After I stopped filming, both mothers came to press me to delete the video of the blatant racism because they didn't consent. This behavior is disgusting and unacceptable. I'm glad that my good sis recorded this. She will be tagged down below. And it is a damn shame that the Sephora employee tried her best to consult the mother about her daughter. However, the lady was not trying to hear it. The fact that the mom nonchalantly walked off tells me that this hateful behavior was learned and that the mother has no desire to correct it. The video has already gone viral and it's only a matter of time before people figure out who the parents and teens are. And I do believe that they will be facing consequences for their actions because the internet does not forget and we certainly don't play.
So these three teenage girls and their mother went to Sephora, and I guess for some reason the teenage girls were like, let's do blackface. And I think the mom thought it was a good idea too, considering she seemed not to be interested in what the girls were doing. But the teenage girls used the darker shades and samples available to them, and they did blackface and walked around Sephora with black people there. And one of these black people is a content creator that ended up making a video of them. And in the video, there's a woman who doesn't necessarily work for Sephora, but works for a brand that Sephora works with. And she's like, dude, like, why would you do that? This will ruin your chances with schools, your future, da-da-da-da-da. And the mom is just like walking away and she doesn't care. But it's really to the girls. You've done it now, okay? You went to Sephora, you did blackface, black people saw you, they got offended, and now your faces are all over social media. What's the next move? Because truly I want to know what went through your mind that you were like, let me walk into this makeup store in 2024 in a mall that's probably crowded with black people and let me do blackface. Like, wouldn't it have just been better if you guys just did blackface in private? If you guys just stayed racist in private? Because I don't doubt that you and your mom is racist and so are your friends, but like, if you did it in private, you would have been fine. Nobody would have known. Like, why'd you have to go to Sephora to do it? You could have done it at home. I think it would have been just easier for you to be an awful racist person behind closed doors. And I think if you're one of these people, you should take privacy really seriously.
The Sephora employee did the right thing. Like, who celebrate Black History Month like this in this era? Why though? What were they thinking in their brains? It's the way their mom walked away while the employee was talking to her tells me everything that I want to know. That this was actually allowed. And even trying to take a picture of her daughter in blackface, it's the shame factor for me. This is wrong. And being a teenager, the mother is the one who's supposed to correct her and not the stranger. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. And please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like the video. It's a bye for now and stay safe.